Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ash coming at you for another great video. This is a very interesting video because you're just going to see me talking about life in general and the outcome that we always want in life, and that is happiness and satisfaction, peace of mind, being able to live life with stress-free. And that's why we're here. That's why you're on this channel, is listening to how to improve the quality of your life. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how thoughts affect your happiness, your outcome that you're looking for. So I'm going to actually break this down for you in basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 easy steps that I'm going to go through this with you. So let me just show you that for a second here right now. Hold on a second. Here we go. Okay, as you can see here, there's 5 things, and I put it in an angle here so you could see it. Thoughts produce an action, right? An action produces a result. Often enough, produce a habit that you always, ingrain. Habits produce a destiny, and guess what? A destiny produces your outcome, what you're looking for. So in this next video, let's dive right in, and I'm gonna go over this and break this down in the next few minutes. You're gonna love this. Talk to you there. All right, we are back for another great video. Today, I wanted to talk to you about thoughts, how that create results, okay? So thoughts that actually create a destiny, like how you think every day. How do you control your mind every day? I mean, and the way to do it, guess what? It is done through at night. That's right. So I'm going to talk to you a few things here that's really going to blow your mind on how you can actually change your future to the present. The future is the present. Think about it. You live in now, right? What I'm about to say, I said already, it's happened. So the present moment is always shifting, it's moving. And as you think about what you think about every single day makes a difference. Now, I know we have to have work, we have to go to our business, things are moving in different directions. The circumstances are like you're like a pinball going from here to there. You're thinking about driving, you're thinking about making that left turn, you're thinking about writing a memo to somebody, so there's always, your brain always has to think. So one of the ways to control your thought. Here's what I'd like you to do if you want to write this down. Thoughts produce an action. Think about this. Well, I'm going to show you something. I just lifted a pen. That thought came into my mind before I lifted it, right? It didn't really happen in reality yet. It happened in my mind first that I'm going to pick up this pen. I made a decision in my mind. So that present moment became real. So thoughts produce an action, right? Because there's no action without a thought. You have to have an action first. A thought first. There you go. If you have a thought first, then you can do the action. So just like when you make a decision saying, hey, I'm going to go to the store and get some milk. That thought has entered your mind. You see yourself already doing it. You get in your car, you turn on your engine, and you move towards the store and get there and pick up the milk and come back. That activity, that process that you just went through was already happening in your thought. Now, we've done it so many times that it is already subconscious. Like it's automatic. You're thinking about other things while you're going to the grocery store. You're thinking what you're going to do next. So the way to control your thought is putting reminders on. In fact, another tip is that every 4 or 5 hours in your day, put reminders on about your goal, where you want to be, where you are right now, where you want to be. Put an alarm on it saying, hey, you know what, I earn $100,000 a year, or I have $1 million a year, whatever the goal is. Put a reminder on, and every 4 hours you look at it, your alarm goes off and says, hey, this is the alarm. It says there, I earned that much, or whatever it is. It could be, I weigh an X amount if you're looking to lose weight, or I'm in a great relationship. Whatever your goal is, put reminders on that every 4 or 5 hours it triggers you. Or you could put it in, if you're working on your computer, put little tags up, little stickies, take stickies like this, okay? Put reminders on. And this is a true case. I was watching one of these shows many years ago, and this lady came onto this game show, and I think it was Millionaire or something like that. Anyway, so she had a little sticky with her, and she actually won like $60,000, something like that. She had a sticky on that I have won $100,000 in that game show. Well, she won $60,000. Guess what? And she said that in the game show. Says, I kept this all over my home. I put it on my refrigerator, and that controlled her thought. The thought produces action. Now, here's the next step. the action you take on a habitual format, if you do it over and over again, okay? For example, if you could have a thought that, hey, you know what, I connect with people that want to do business with me. If you're a business owner, let's say, okay, that thought, if you do that action every day, that you have to contact 5 business owners, let's say, every single day, that thought happens in your mind and you start doing it. Every single time you do it, it builds a, what I call in your mind, like a track, just like a railroad track. A train goes, I can't get off it. So every single time it becomes a habit. The action that we take every day starts to produce a habit. And the habit, guess what? It develops a personality. So for example, if I have a thought, I can go in the negative direction. If I have a thought of biting my nails, which I used to have many, many years ago, it became automatic. I was thinking about other things and I would still bite my nails. But I had to shift that. I looked at how I changed it. Just by doing this, I replaced that bad habit with a good habit. And a good habit could be something else, like exercise. That's an exercise could be a good habit replacing a bad habit. So how do you do that? You have to be focusing on your thought every single day. When you're feeling that, a circumstance hit you, an email came in or a message came in, somebody wants to, cancel your order or something that's not in the direction that you want to be in, you got to instantly saying, hey, this is happening for a reason. Because I've already anchored myself to the end result. I repeat that. And this is very important, is that when your thought is anchored to your result that you want, you have watched the movie already and you've seen the end. I want to give you an example of this. Suppose you went to a theater to go watch a movie, and you purchased the ticket, and the usher says, go down to the left, then turn right, blah, blah, blah. It gives you direction where your theater is, right, where the movie's going to happen. And you actually went into the wrong theater. Like some of these theaters have like a dozen theaters in there, and you went to the wrong one. And you sat there and you're starting to watch the movie. You thought that was the movie because it maybe just started or something, but it was the ending of that other movie. It was another movie, but you just happened to watch the ending of it, okay, the last 15 minutes of it, and it sounded pretty exciting. You say, wow, that was an interesting movie. Even though I paid for the other movie, I ended up going to this one, and I liked the ending. And the ending was the hero wins, they get together with their family, whatever, everything happens, and everything is just perfect. And the names come up, and everybody's feeling good. Wow, the hero won, they got what they wanted, and you saw the ending just perfect. Okay, so now what happens? Say, that was good. I'm going to watch the beginning of it. You go back, you stay there, hang out, maybe grab a popcorn, come back, have your drink and everything, and now the movie's about to begin. That same movie that you watched the ending of it already, that ending's in your mind already. You've already hit that finish line. Now watch this. As you're watching that movie, you see what happens, the ups and downs. The hero gets in trouble. The bad guy is beating him, and all these things are happening. There's a suspense and all the ups and downs that happens in a movie to keep you engaged, right? That's what the movie's designed for, to get you off of your reality and get you into that movie. And you're watching and you're like saying, oh no, what's gonna, but you're relaxed. Everybody else is on the edge saying, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope the villain doesn't win and all that. But you're relaxed. And it may not be fun because you saw the ending already, but the thought or the point I'm trying to make is you've already watched the end. You know that's who's going to win. But just like in life, if you already have seen the future, that thought of the future, what it would be as if it's now, guess what? You're relaxed. You know that the hero's going to. So even if he's about to die, you say, you're munching on your pop. No sweat. This is happening for a reason. It's the ups and downs. That's an example I could give you with stocks. You already know that the stock is, let's just say, it's going to go up to X amount in 10 months. But you go through these 10 months, it's up and down, it's like really low. You don't have to worry about it because you saw the future. I remember that movie, Back to the Future, it came out back in the 80s. And he came back from, like it was 2010, he went into the future and then came back to 1985, and he saw what the future would look like, and he already knew. So imagine if you had the present happening, the future happening now. In fact, let me give you another example. Imagine if I came to you and I said, hey, hey man, I already saw your future. Okay, I came 5 years from now. You're a multimillionaire. You're doing this. You're having this lifestyle. You're having what you want. I already saw that it's done. I came back. How excited would you be living your life normally? You wouldn't be stressed out. Think about it. If you know the end is so real, it's happening now, you don't have to worry about the circumstances as it's happening right now. Think about it, okay? You already know that you've won, right? And now that doesn't mean you just sit back and eat bonbons all day and watch Netflix and do nothing, right? You live your life as if that best version of you is happening right now. That person that you see yourself, maybe your goal is to get on stage and do public speaking. Maybe it's to build a business, an empire, whatever the case may be. You are already living that as if it's now. It doesn't mean you go out and buy Ferraris right now and maybe you could afford it on a monthly payment plan. You say, hey, I'm that living. I'm going to go out and blow my money. No, you could actually start living that right now. How? It's very simple. Go test drive the car then, right? You sat in that car, felt it, how good it would feel. You actually could maybe rent it for a day or two if you want to do that. You made maybe some very high income that week, whatever the case may be. Use it to build your mindset. Put it into a knowledge based thinking type of mentality. Use your mind saying, hey, I'm going to be learning something new. That best version of me, if it's happening right now, what would that person be doing? Another good question to ask yourself is, what would I say to myself every morning if my goals were already accomplished? What would I say to myself every morning or every evening if my goals were already accomplished? And I'm going to change that phrase to when my goals are accomplished, which is right now. Okay, that shift you make, that feeling you said. In fact, one of my mentors talked to me, says for 17 seconds, if you can hold that thought and just kind of repeat a script in your mind, like, you see these GIFs, you see and then it goes back to, imagine that extends to 17 seconds of you possibly, here's an example. Let's say you have your ideal home you want. I want you to take a deep breath, visualize walking into that home. Maybe it's in a circle drive, okay, with palm trees. Maybe it has the right texture. You can see the colors in there. You drive up, you can hear the birds singing. You hear the sound of your car pulling up to the curb. You getting out of your car. You close the door. You hear the thud, that nice solid thud on a nice, maybe a German vehicle, whatever it is. And you see yourself walking towards your house. You touch the car's paint as you see how smooth it is as you walk. Why you want to do all that? Because the senses create the feeling. That's right. Your senses create the feeling. If I said to you right now, how would it taste if you were eating, let's say, a lemon right now? You would see your mouth salivate, right? So I want you to take this type of knowledge, put it into effect. Your thoughts produce action. Your action produces a habit or a result. That habit over and over again in your mind, guess what? Creates a destiny. So I hope that made sense. Make sure you put a thumbs up on it, likes, and share this video, and share it to at least 1 or 2 friends that can use this kind of knowledge to change their mindset. Maybe it's to help them get them out of depression. Maybe you could do that to save their life. I've had that happen, where you give them some knowledge, information, you turn them. It was their turning point in their life, okay? So I'll see you again on the next video. Make sure you subscribe and all that good YouTube stuff that you do. Have an awesome day. You're the best. Take care.